think I hit a couple of bad notes.
He's kind of part of the experience.
Just consider him a part of Cleveland.
He's out here like the Postal Service.
That's why I love him. That's why I love Maurice Reedus.
Cleveland people, right? Cleveland.
He had made it. Most people in the business would kill to do what he did.
In fact, Maurice came out a lot of times before our shows and entertained people. I thought he was the show a couple of times.
He had the world. Or he might have.
Well, that inspiring movie trailer was just shown at the Arizona International Film Festival this past weekend. But this movie is unique because it is up for a prestigious award.
Joe Siebert, director of The Saxman, joins us now to fill us in on how The Saxman came to be.
Right.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us. This is awesome.
So you are from Cleveland, and obviously in the trailer it said this gentleman is a fixture on the streets of Cleveland.
He is. Cleveland doesn't have much in the way of street musicians, and much less street musicians who have had any longevity. And he's been out for 20 years playing in front of every Indians game, every play, every concert. And so he's become kind of this beloved icon that people see, and he's a part of going to the shows and the games and all of that. And people say, you know, if he wasn't there, it wouldn't be the same thing. But so many people, they know the character, and he's become this mascot, but nobody really knows the man and the story and the life behind it. And so that was kind of the purpose of telling the story.
So he actually made it before he became a street musician. Tell us about the backstory.
So his father was actually a Grammy Award-winning saxophone player. He played with the Robert Lockwood Jr. All-Stars. And Maurice, the sax man, used to play with a band called Sly Slick and Wicked back in the Motown days. And they toured with the OJs. They were on the James Brown label. They played to stadiums of tens of thousands back in the 70s. And so he had, you know, he was on his way. He had a really good run of it. And just a combination of circumstances and life events just kind of led to a decline to where he had to find another way to make ends meet. And the one thing he can't do is give up on his saxophone. And so he figured out a way to do that by playing on the street. And that's how he makes his income, is he's a full-time street musician.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was his reaction when you approached him about possibly doing a film?
He was excited. A big part of his character and the reason that he does what he does is because it means a lot to him to get acknowledgement and recognition for, you know, he's got this art and he's sharing it, and it's, you know, part of who he is. And so when he knows people care and people appreciate what he's doing, it means a lot to him. And so when we approached him, he was excited just because, you know, for all he knows, nobody really knows or cares or whatever. And so the opportunity to share his story and you know, to kind of tell where he's come from, I think, was a big thing for him.
And what was his reaction when he saw the film?
Oh man, I was sitting beside him.
Was it just waterworks?
Oh God, he's the kind of guy that he'll like comment to the screen, and like we had some shots where it was an old footage of his dad playing.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, you go, Daddy. That's my daddy." And he's like, he's talking about, he's saying goofy stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't say that. No way." And then parts he would cry, and parts that he would. And so it was kind of nerve-wracking because you've been working on this for 3 years, and he didn't want to see it until he could see it in a theater. And so you've had all this build-up, and you're hoping it's like, man, I hope he doesn't hate me after this. But he didn't. He still likes us. And so it ended up being a really good thing, and the family loved it, and Cleveland loved it. We sold out 7 shows at the Cleveland Film Festival. They had 3 shows initially, and there was such demand for the film that they added 4 other screenings that all sold out. And then we ended up winning the best of Ohio films at the Cleveland Film Fest. So it was a really neat, and we were actually the runner-up also for the Audience Award too. So
that's very complimentary.
It was a good feeling to have, and to have that kind of response from people.
So this is your first ever feature film that you've directed.
Yeah.
And you said it took 3 years to make?
Yeah. It took us about a year in developing the story and pre-production and getting things just ready to shoot anything, and then it took about a year and a half to shoot it, and then another 6 months to a year to do the editing. And so, yeah, it was a long process, and the majority of the time the guys that I was working with and myself all had full-time jobs. We worked in commercial film production, and so it was lots of weekends and late nights and stuff like that to get it done. But taking some vacation days from work to go do the other thing. So, but it's paid off. It's awesome to get to come. It was awesome to get to screen it in Tucson, a city that couldn't be more different than Cleveland.
Right.
And to have such a great reaction from people in the audience. I mean, you had people laughing, people crying. There's a concert we have at the end, and people are actually clapping at the concert. Like not even.
Oh, that's
and it was just to have that participation to me showed that there's a universality to the film, that it's not just, oh, we're in Cleveland and we see buildings we're familiar with, so yay, we're excited. But it's something that transcends and I think resonates with audiences at large.
And the movie potentially might be up for an award
Yeah,
here in
we
Tucson.
don't. Yeah, we don't know. I know that we got a really good reception here, and we were one of the featured films up front, and so we're hoping. I think the award ceremony's next weekend. I think. Yeah, it'd be really great to be able to come away with an award from a non-Cleveland film festival. It'd be really great. So that's what we're hoping.
And is there any way that people can check out this movie at all?
Absolutely. We're just starting our festival run, and so we are going to be, actually we're flying out right after this. We're running to the airport so we can fly to LA.
Okay.
We're going to the Beverly Hills International Film Festival. We'll also be playing at the Julian Dubuque Film Festival in Iowa. We're going to be at the Chicago International Movie and Music Festival after that. And then we're waiting to hear back from subsequent festivals later in the year. So, but if anybody wants to check out the full trailer, they can go to saxmanmovie.com, or if they go to Facebook, type in the Saxman, we have a page there that people can go to. And so we would love for people to check it out and to follow us, and hopefully sometime within the next year we'll be able to distribute the film and people can get it on DVD or Netflix or something like that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on
Yeah,
your
thank
success
you,
so
thank
far,
you.
and good luck.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. It's great to be on a show here. So.
Absolutely. And the Arizona International Film Festival continues through Sunday. To see a film at the Screening Room on Congress, just call 882-0402 or go online to filmfestivalarizona.com.
Stick around. We'll be right back with what's on tap for tomorrow's show.